Alright, let me get this over with real quick. So here's the little 4-horse. I got the little honer, hone it out. And here we found crankshaft. Waiting all week for it. Use my other hand over here. And it ain't nowhere near what goes in there. And he said brand new. I don't know about that. I guess it is. You know, they sit on the shelf for 100 years. But it's nowhere even close. So, from here to here it is, but the rest of it, it's not, you know, too short back here, no weight on it. Anyway, I gotta pack it up and send it back. And man, I hate having to send crap back. I mean, it's just... This just pisses me off, man. And you see this is 3-horse, short shank on drive shaft end, small counterweights. Please send it to me anyway. 314-796. I don't know. So it's not easy to see in there, but it's a little bit of a mess. I'm just gonna like deglaze them a little bit. I'm just go real easy on them, see if we can get the compression up. And again, rings are impossible to get. Everything is just turning into a mess with trying to get the right parts. Just gonna do what we can do to it. See what happens. So I got some 10W40, and we're gonna leave it up in there a little bit. Alright, so here's what's going on with this thing. After I went through all that crap I did, Corey came over, and it probably should have waited. We both got a little excited and tried to start it. I should have waited till all my sealer was, you know, giving it 24 hours. The stuff, you know, it sets up pretty quick, but I should have waited. So through that whole process, couldn't get it to fire. I didn't readjust the starter yet because It was just, you know, let's get it on there and try it. It really needs to be wrapped up a little tighter, get a little longer pull. So I could hold my finger over the front of the car and he would spin it with a drill. And I could feel it pulling on my fingers. You know, I get two in there like that. I said, it's pulling. It should be pulling the fuel. But every single time I went to check the primer bulb, rock hard. It was not pulling any fuel out. So conclusion was, after I took it all apart and did all, you know, and it sat around, the car must have just dried up and clogged up somehow. And through that whole thing, like every time I looked down here, there was never any fuel dripping out or acting like it was getting flooded. Then, you know, I dumped a bunch of fuel inside, you know, in the cylinders and just flooded it out. Little tiny motor like this, and I'm dumping tons of fuel in there. So I took it off as gently as I could, and I didn't see one drop of fuel spill out. But if there's fuel in there still, it should come out one of these vents up front. Aha! Oh, here it comes. How come it didn't come out the vent? And it's a small bowl, it doesn't take much. And that's not much at all. Oh, it's still coming. See, I think that needle might have been stuck and just let loose, so now the air can flow. Now it can't come out the vent that way. It has to be super, you know, filled up from here to come out. Tipping it over on this style, not going to do anything. The gas ain't coming out that way. Now that's almost about a full bowl full. So you see what I mean? It's not, nothing was getting by. There's the, oh man, look at all the crap that came out. Wow. See all them little, you can't see them unless I thin it. See all them little black chunks of crap? That just came rolling out. There's more dripping out. Where in the hell and what in the hell is that? Wow. Let's open it up and see. See, is that a little bit back down there? Sure is. Little crystally, dirty, whatever the hell it is. Oh wow, look at right there. There's a whole bunch of crap in there. What is that? This old dried up gas, something I missed the first time? Right in that crevice. I just sprayed a whole bunch more of that crap out of this bowl. But also, that kind of crap could have come from those fuel lines. Those aren't new fuel lines. That old fuel pump. Probably never going to be able to see it on this one. But you come in through the slow speed screw and you point it right up in there. I don't want to hit my camera. And you should see it come shooting up through those three holes. Now I'm going to have to point it at my face to see it because it's so small. Yep, all three. So I cleaned this bowl out, swiped it out, and went over there, hooked the hose back up, and pumped the hose, the primer, and shot a little fuel through the fuel lines. And there is a little teeny tiny bit of that black stuff. And I'm going to do it one more time to confirm it. You'll probably never be able to see it in there unless I jack everything around here. Anyway, it's real tiny. So the bulk of it was in the carb. So that's where it's coming from. Yeah, I mean, it's just little, it's just so tiny compared to what was in that carb. Alright. So, new fuel lines are in order. If this thing's going to run, if it don't run, I don't know what else to do with it. The parts are ridiculous to get. I mean, you could keep it and just keep waiting for parts to show up on eBay. It's all you can do. You know, I went with that crankcase or crankshaft because the little bit of controversy about it being, you know, it had the lines in it, but they weren't deep. And then people were saying to buff it out, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to buff it out. I'm going to leave it on there. The more that's on there, the better. So that's what, you know, he said, yeah, let's see if we can get one. And I found that one on eBay, and it was the wrong one. So yeah, I told him too, this thing's in great shape, regardless. Just the hood is worth money. The carburetor is worth money. Everything on here is money. The gear case, everything, it's in great condition. The power head can be rebuilt if you can, you know, if you don't mind waiting to get the parts for it. All right, let's pump it up. Well, I tell you what, it don't take much to fill that little bowl. Not much at all. I'm not seeing any fuel being pulled up. Put my finger over it here if I can. Oh, I felt it that time. Yeah, it got wet that time. I see fuel now. Oh man, why did you do that to me? It's gonna fire. Put the choke in. Come on, baby. Damn it. It almost. If I had, like I said, I gotta adjust that rope. If I had a little more rope on it, it would do it better. But I still had, look, it's still hard as a rock. I still had to put my thumb over it to choke it. God bless America. I really don't want to do the drill thing. It needs to start on its own. let's try to put the drill on it. I really don't want to do this. Now I've got it at like half throttle. I still don't know where this thing should be on these little freaking motors. Let's get it in some water. See what happens. Like I said, this is the last shot. Alright, I'm going to pull it without the drill. Let's get it up here a little bit. I redid this. Slow speed, 1.5. See, I need more string. This thing needs to, it's not getting a real good pull. Almost. Come on, baby. Damn, man. Carb's still wet. Phew. All right, drill me. Where you at? Alright, it looked like the fuel was pouring out of the carb. Now this thing is sitting kind of low in the front here, but it was just an illusion. It's just these few drops on the end were vibrating, and it made it look like they were just pouring out, but it's not. Man, I was like, holy moly. Now let's see. Come on, baby. Let's see if I had a little bit more pull on this rope. I think it'd be better. Look at it. It's just getting worse. Ah, damn. Let's see where this bulb is. Oh, empty, 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 empty. Man, this is just so weird with this thing. It just seems like it's just running right back down. I don't know. Maybe that pump is weak. Still gas, puddling out. Get off of there. Well, it's running longer than it did before. It's still juiced up. I'm probably not going to have any adjustment on the slow speed at that rate on the throttle, plus the nut is still loose. It's not loose, but it's not tight. So it could be sucking a little air. Let me get a battery for this thing. Alright, so I loosened the nut on the bottom, the packing, excuse me, the packing nut, and turn this about a quarter inward. And then I tightened the top nut, left this at 1.5, so I can't tighten or adjust this at all anymore. So let's see if the bottom is going to give us any kind of pleasure, and go from there. No choke. I'm way down there. Let's get it up a little bit. Wow, as soon as you hit that spot on that damn cam, it's all over. Let's try to start it down there again. I didn't see much difference moving that bottom adjustment. Down there. You don't want to run down there either. He wants to be choked. That's a shame. Oh, she didn't last at all. Empty. Damn it. I'm going to leave this down here like it is one more time and do it. Freaking primer bulb, man. It's emptied out on me again. Alright, the battery just died, that other battery. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm going to pull the new pump off of this and put it on here, see if it makes a difference. Otherwise, that's all I've got left to do. I can try. You know, the motor, I tried a few things, tried to get the parts. Ridiculous. So, and this situation too is, in my opinion, is very rare. These motors usually last, you know, forever. You know, I mean, every little old outboard I ever had, the damn thing always, you know, was nothing. Give it a tune-up, it'll run another 80 years, you know. And the condition that this thing is in looks great. But looks aren't everything. So let me swap this damn pump out and see if we get anything better. If we do, man, that'd be fantastic. If, you know, it's running better now than it did before. I could keep it running longer. So the work I did do did have some effect. But it's, you know, let's just swap this damn thing out and see what happens. Alright, it's swapped. A little bit different configuration on this one. The fuel line from the pump to the carb comes out the front, pointed down. On this one, the configuration was on the opposite side, but we'll see if it's going to make a difference. I don't think it will, and that, you know, we'll find out in a minute, see if it does anything. You know, these things have to be configured the right way, and you know, for them to work. So let's try a little choke. See if anything good happens. Oh yeah, baby. Unchoke. Outboard guys. You're all right. See, I'm sucking a little air when I loosen this up. Now it's starting to pick up because I'm leaning it out. This has to stay loose enough to turn it. Ah! Tighten it back up. Not super tight, but it's probably too tight to turn. That was fantastic, I must say. Now let's see where we're at. Oh, get this thing back up there. Come on, check this stupid bulb. It's firm. Come on, baby. Rechoke it again. Unchoked. Come on, baby. Unchoke. Come on. Damn it. What do I do with that wrench? Let me reset this. You gonna be that sensitive on me? Alright. Ah, shit, come on. Almost 1.5. All right. Give it a minute to settle down. Start changing that damn. It's such a tiny motor, and I'm running it. You know, I'm adjusting it like it's a friggin' 25 horse. Probably wouldn't hurt to put the drill on it and just blow it out a little bit. To idle. Just let it idle for a while. Fuel pump. A lot of water back there, little tiny holes. My wrench. Take 5. So she's been running now for a solid 10 minutes. They thought I was talking to them. Tracy and Candace were just here and left. She's been running for over 10 minutes. It had a little bit of a surge. So I played around with the high-speed needle a little bit. Played around with the slow speed a little bit. Still kind of sounds a little surgy, but she's still running. off for a minute. See how low I can get it. Yeah, she don't like to go much farther than that. Oh, it's not bad. There's little hole, tiny little holes back there where it's just spritzing through. I no likey. Let's let it cool down a little bit. We'll do it again. Let those rings and everything kind of break in, because like I said, I did deglaze it. Can't believe it, man. Throw that pump in there, boom. This, you know, I banked on that pump being new, and it probably is somewhat new, but who knows how long it's been sitting, where it's been sitting, how it's been sitting. Did have that little bit of rust spot on the plate there, the metal plate. I sent Corey a video to see if he responded. Where you at? Yeah, man, you know what? It had it running better than it did before, right? But it still kept wanting to cut out. And the primer bulb kept drying up, and so the last resort was to put the new pump I had on the 20 horse on there. Bing, bang, boom.
It was the fuel pump?
Yeah. So I just told him everything that, you know, was happening here, and see, you know, try to get this thing dialed in and see if it's going to keep starting by hand. And the fuel pump, the whole story. Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't get everything, you know. It's too bad we couldn't get the crankshaft. This one's working so far. So I'm going to crank it up again and see if I can get her dialed in as pretty as possible, and get ready for the rain. But don't you just hate Will It Run videos? I hate Will It Run videos, because they almost always freaking run. Just how long they run is what it, you know, how long will it run is what the title should be. Alright, let's try it again. I still see nice blue fuel in there, hanging in the carb. No choke or anything. Let's see if she's juiced up, wants to start. Put this puppy up a little bit. Start position.
Follow the real life saga, one outboard at a time, baby. You never know what's gonna happen next. Oh yeah, baby, tons more stuff coming your way. It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.